Hello and welcome back to your own Reviews channel. In this video, we will review a comedy, a thriller movie named Seven Psychopaths from 2012. Marty Farahnan is a struggling writer who dreams of finishing his screenplay, Seven Psychopaths. Marty's best friend, Billy Bickle, is an unemployed actor who makes a living by kidnapping dogs and collecting the owner's cash rewards for their safe return. His partner in crime is Hans Kieslowski, a religious man with a cancer-stricken wife, Myra. Billy helps Marty with Seven Psychopaths, suggesting he use the Jack of Diamonds killer, perpetrator of a recent double murder, as one of the 7 psychopaths in his script. Marty writes a story for another psychopath, the Quaker, who stalks his daughter's killer for decades, driving the killer to suicide and ultimately cutting his own throat to follow him to hell. Billy and Hans steal a Shih Tzu, Bonnie, unaware that it is the beloved pet of Charlie Costello, an unpredictable and violent gangster. Billy places an advertisement in the newspaper inviting psychopaths to call and share their crazy or quirky stories for him and Marty to use in their script. Charlie's thugs, led by Paolo, discover Hans's connection to the kidnapping. At a warehouse, they threaten to kill Marty and Hans unless they reveal Bonnie's location, but the Jack of Diamonds killer arrives and shoots the thugs. Marty and Billy meet Zachariah Rigby, who saw the advertisement and shares his story. Charlie traces Myra to the cancer ward, killing her when she refuses to tell him Hans or Bonnie's whereabouts. Billy arrives at Costello's house to meet Angela, his girlfriend, who is also dating Charlie. He confesses to Angela that he kidnapped Bonnie, then shoots her after giving her a playing card, revealing himself as the Jack of Diamonds serial killer. Meanwhile, Charlie is at the warehouse mourning Bonnie's disappearance when he finds numerous packs of playing cards, all missing the Jack of Diamonds, leading him to realize Billy is the Jack of Diamonds. Marty, Billy, and Hans flee town with Bonnie to evade Charlie. Hans discloses that he was the Quaker and survived his suicide attempt. Marty unknowingly pens his tale after hearing it from a drunken Billy. The trio drives into the desert, where Billy proposes that 7 psychopaths should conclude with a dramatic shootout between the psychopaths and Charlie's group. Marty and Hans read a headline stating that Billy is wanted in connection with the Jack of Diamonds murders. Marty confronts Billy, who admits to adopting the Jack of Diamonds persona and committing the killings to inspire Marty for 7 psychopaths. Disheartened, Marty insists they return home. Meanwhile, Hans has a vision of Myra in a gray place and questions his belief in the afterlife, disregarding Marty's claims that it was a peyote-induced hallucination. Billy sets fire to the car, leaving the trio stranded in the desert, and contacts Charlie to reveal their location. Billy plans to turn his envisioned shootout into reality. He blames the hallucination on pretending to be Myra, prompting Hans to depart. Charlie arrives alone, with only a flare gun in his car, no other weapons. Billy becomes furious and shoots Charlie, because he didn't bring the necessary men and weapons for a satisfying shootout. Meanwhile, Hans discovers Charlie's thugs waiting for a signal from a flare nearby. Marty quickly drives away with Charlie, intending to take him to a hospital. Billy finally understands the purpose of the flare gun and fires it. In a tense moment, Hans pretends to reach for a weapon, causing Paolo to shoot him in front of the police. Before dying, Hans utters his last words. "It isn't grey at all, reaffirming his belief in the afterlife. The thugs head towards Billy's flare, with the police in pursuit, only to come across Marty and Charlie's car on the road. To everyone's surprise, Charlie reveals that he only suffered a minor injury. Now with backup, Charlie returns to Billy and Bonnie's location. After a fierce shootout, Charlie and Billy find themselves in a standoff, each holding one of the hostages, Marty and Bonnie, respectively. However, Charlie releases Marty and shoots Billy just as the police arrive at the scene. Charlie and Paolo are arrested, but Bonnie chooses to stay by Billy's side as he lies dying. Marty visits the spot where Hans died and discovers a tape recorder with suggestions for the movie, 7 Psychopaths, on his body. Later, Marty finishes writing the screenplay at home, having adopted Bonnie as his pet. Marty steps outside, script in hand, and takes a walk down the street. In a post-credits scene, Zachariah, who has just watched 7 Psychopaths, calls Marty and threatens to kill him for forgetting to include a message in the credits as promised. However, upon hearing Marty's resigned acceptance, Zachariah realizes that Marty has changed and decides to spare him. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.